The present calendar system, AD and BC, labels years, based on a traditional notion of when Jesus was born. We commonly believe that Jesus was born in AD 1. However, there are some surprising facts hidden inside this history, which might help us replace our understanding. So, the critical question is, where will be the birth of Jesus if our calendar is broken up into BC and AD? Will it be on AD 1 since we don't count year 0? These questions might sound simple. However, it is not a simple issue. Ultimately, there is no reference to when Jesus was born in the Bible. The New Testament scholars, however, believe that Jesus was born several years earlier than 1st AD. They placed Jesus' birth in 4th BC or before. Why this change in perception? The New Testament scholars base their arguments on the chronological markers provided in New Testament and their dating in secular sources. Herod the king played a major role in this regard. According to the Jewish historian Josephus, King Herod, who killed all the babies in Bethlehem younger than 2 years of age, died in the spring of 4th BC. Herod was quite alive during the visit of the wise men in the nativity story told in the Gospel of Matthew. So, Jesus would have to have been born before this time. Anywhere from 7th BC to 4th BC. This begs the question: how could Jesus have been born in BC if AD is understood as in the year of our Lord Jesus? This is a perplexing question for many common believers. However, a few background information, I think, will clarify this complex situation. For example, starting the calendar with the birth of Christ emerged not with the birth of Christ. This methodology did not emerge during the lifetime of Jesus even. Instead, the calendar centered on the birth of Christ emerged much later after the birth of Christ. In fact, the chronological ordering based upon the birth of Christ didn't come about until the 6th century, when a Roman monk named Dionysius Exiguus calculated when Christ was born. Dionysius wanted to replace the existing calendar system based on the Roman Emperor Diocletian's rule, which included the memory of an impious persecutor of Christians, with years from the incarnation of our Lord Jesus Christ. Dionysius was highly reputed as a theologian and as an accomplished mathematician and astronomer. Dionysius was well versed in the Holy Scriptures and in canon law. Credited to him are a collection of 401 ecclesiastical canons, including the Apostolic Canons and the decrees of the Councils of Nicaea, Constantinople, Chalcedon, and Sardis, and a collection of the decretals of the popes from St. Cyricius to Anastasius II. Dionysius also translated many Greek works now lost, including a life of St. Pachomius and an instruction of St. Proclus of Constantinople. To reach the starting point of his calendar, Dionysius had to work through regnal lists of kings, clues in the Bible, and so on to arrive at a precise value for how long before his own day Jesus was born. One of the key problems here is that he miscalculated the death of Herod. For example, while calculating the nativity of our Lord, he erroneously placed the nativity of our Lord in the year 753 from the founding of Rome, even though Herod died only 749 years after the founding of the city of Rome. We do not know for sure how did this happen. Nevertheless, the cumulative effect of this gap in the calendar of Dionysius, which is the same calendar we use today, pushed the birth of Jesus from 7 to 4 BC to AD 1. But by the time that was figured out, it was too late. There were by that time many centuries of documents, books, contracts, and other bits of timekeeping across Christendom which would have to be changed to bring the calendar in line with its nominal revised origin point. The standard was too well established, and so we live with the error. Hope you are clear with the explanation. If you like this video, please share it, and subscribe to this channel. Also, we would appreciate your comments and suggestions.